All right, everybody. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me here on the flip side. My name is Sam, and this is It Belongs in a Museum, to which you should dutifully reply, so do you. And that's what we're doing. All right, so based upon the idea I had is that final scene in Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark as the Ark of the Covenant is being rolled in a crate to some dark corner of some high security warehouse somewhere to sit in anonymity. What we do here on It Belongs in a Museum is we take some older games and put them back in the limelight. Now, we say older games because we're not talking about games like chess and checkers and Monopoly and all of that kind of stuff. Not old games. We're just talking about older games because more often than not, most channels will focus upon games that have come out in the last couple of years, maybe even as much as 4 or 5 years. So what we try to do here on It Belongs in a Museum is we focus on games that are at least 5 years old, but more often than not, they are much older than that. And so we say we focus on older games. So what I do is I take a couple of games that are on my shelves in my collection, and we basically just do an unboxing and talk about them for a little bit. The stream's going to go for about an hour, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. Just depends on how much is in the boxes, how many components rather are in the boxes, and how much I want to talk about each of those games. Today, we'll see, but it usually runs for about an hour. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If you have not yet already done so, change your top chat to live chat so that you can make sure you get all of the comments that are coming in. We do like to focus on community here. So I do want you guys to interact with each other and with me. To the flip side. All right, very good, very good. Micah, hi all, back to normal. Nice to see you all here again. Good to see you too. Chris Mayfield is here. So do you. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate that. Tom is back from Dice Tower West. That was cool. Very good to see you there, Tom. Glad to have been able to play a bunch of games and spend some time with you and Danny. So good to see you. I am extremely tired. Took the red eye last night and didn't get any sleep. Oof. Ouch. Sorry, bro. Thank you, David. So do you. Thank you. I know I do. Howdy, howdy is indeed. Yeah, we didn't get back until 1 o'clock Monday morning, and then I've been trying to make a priority out of going to our men's Bible study at church in the morning at 5:30 on Monday. So had to get up at about 5 o'clock to get there by 5:30. I did come back afterwards. It's only about an hour. I did come back afterwards and took about an hour nap. And then went through the rest of my day until it was time to go to sleep last night at about 10 o'clock. And I was super tired at 10 o'clock, I'll tell you that much. Woke up this morning feeling pretty good. And I think I'm back to normal, but I am tired. I feel a little bit run down, and that's just physically. So I'll get there. It'll be fine. You'll get there. You'll be fine. Let's get to it. Victoria Ketchum is here. What's up? What's up? Good to see you, Victoria. Glenn Just. Hey ho, Sam. Driving now from Chicago. Go Bears! To Indy. Keep me awake. Well, we'll do the best we can, Glenn. Thanks for showing up via, or rather en route to Chi-Town. Appreciate you. All right, good to see everybody here. Philip Zomberg, I didn't say hello to. Was Jessie nice and chipper this morning? Jessie is always nice and chipper in the morning. She's always nice and chipper most of the time. There are few times throughout the day where she gets spicy, but they happen, as with everyone. But her spicy is much less spicy than most other people's spicy, so we'll call it a win. But yes, she's always nice and chipper in the mornings. Chris says, howdy, howdy, Chris, what's up? I love that Captain America avatar. That is super cool. I like it. All right. So what we do here on It Belongs in a Museum, we don't just methodically go through and talk about a couple of games. We like to make it a little fun. And so we try to make a little bit of a game out of it. So what I'm going to do, what I usually do, well, I guess I can say always do, most of the time. I don't like to use 100% statements. But what I usually do is, oh, I forgot my coffee upstairs. Dang it. No, I'm just going to have to do without. Sorry, not going to put that through you. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to, and the reason I'm not going up there is because I didn't actually finish making it. If it was just a thing where I go up and pick it up, I'd probably take my phone and take you with me. But I'm not going to sit there and make my coffee with you watching. That would be kind of strange, wouldn't it? Nope, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let me make sure my phone will work, and if it does, because you know I'm thirsty. So anyway, let's see here. Boom. Let's see if my camera on my phone will work. I'm going to do it. Warning, ring. That's the sound I was wanting. All right, let me check. Yep, it's working all right. Yeah. All right. Well, looks like there's a little bit of a delay, which is uncool. But we're gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It'll just take a couple minutes. So you guys get to come with me. Woohoo! All right. Look out, Strider. Got to step over Strider here. All right. We're going. Here we go. Upstairs. All right. Well, I'll tell you, this is a little bit strange, and I do apologize. I tried to make my coffee at the very last minute. I was listening to the press conference from the White House in the way, and I kind of caught up on that, but that's just the way it goes. All right. Well, I'm going to put that right here. Hopefully that'll stay up, and we're going to get, yeah, there's just a little bit left of that, and not a lot of that. So, yeah. All right, so anyway, what we're doing here, this is definitely not the norm. But, you know, the norm is definitely not something that we do here. But, there's 2.5, so I am going to have to open this one up. Brand new thing of creamer. 0 sugar, hazelnut. I also like to get coconut cream, but the stores around here aren't carrying it like they used to. So that was 2, 3, 4. All right, that's good to go. And I also have some 0 sugar, sugar-free chocolate syrup. I know. That's good stuff. And we just do a tablespoon of that. Boom. And we are done. So, being a little cheeky this morning, because we normally go over, you know, older games, as I said earlier, but today we are going to be doing that, but oh no, it fell. Ah, there we go. See? Normally we go over older games, and we are going to be doing that today, but this one is actually the first one is going to be I guess you could say a newer release, or a re-release maybe, or I don't know what exactly you would call it. Where's my lid? There it is. So that's your first clue. This is an older game, but it is also a a newer distribution deal. That would be a good way to put it. So, all right. Closing the door. Strider's here. You guys want to check out Strider real quick? He is loving being home. He gets so tired when he goes to the kennel while we're away. But there we go. All right. Back to normal. Everybody take their Dramamine. Good to go? Hopefully. All right. There we have it. Now we're going to disconnect my phone because otherwise the phone will just basically die. All right. Hopefully no regurgitation occurred between then and there. All right. Well, we're back. So, first couple of clues, we're going to talk about, let's see here. You are not going to make it without that fresh, hot goodness. Hot, fresh goodness. That is probably correct. Go get it. Don't want the stream to drag on. Yes. Understood. I can quit anytime, Sam. Never. I go get them drugs in your system. Pan the phone just a bit down to the left. Your cup matches the cabinets. Yeah, it actually does a little bit, doesn't it? The cup is not white. Yeah, I know. This is actually a cup that I got in Vegas because I didn't want to walk around with paper coffee cups that you get from. I wanted something that was a little bit more durable. Made sure that, and also if I close this up like so, and then I drop it, it's probably not going to open unless this thing comes off. And so being around a bunch of games and carpets and all that kind of stuff, I just wanted to be a little bit more conscious of it. So we purchased this, and it has this big old Las Vegas logo right here, but I was like, cover that stupid stuff up with something cool. So I did that. You have any Cheetos in the kitchen? No, we don't. And please don't tell us where you have some Cheetos. Thank you very much. Nice kitchen, yes. Nice kitchen as well. Top me off, Sam. There you go, Eric. We'll do exclusive from the kitchen. This is the norm. He just doesn't usually stream this part. Well, there is some truth to that. That is kind of true, David. Very good. If he doesn't say, bam, it was all for nothing. I should have. Oh, you're right. So is this normal American coffee, right? Yeah, actually, I drink Black Rifle Coffee Company coffee. And I specifically like either the Spirit of 76, Spirit of 74, or, no, Spirit of 76. I get that mixed up sometimes because I was born in 74, but I'm good with Spirit of 74 as well. Anyways, Spirit of 76 or Fur Missile. I like those two flavors. Tactisquatch is also a good one that I enjoy as well, so that's cool. No, I'm not sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee Company. Wish I was. That would be a great revenue stream, but I am not. Paranormal Activity at Sam's. Santorini. I know. Santorini. No, it's not. We're not going over that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about a couple of games. So I usually give a couple of, you guys have already started guessing. I'm going to give a couple of clues as to what we're talking about, what game we're going to talk about first, and then we're going to go from there on. Now, those of you who have already guessed, feel free to guess those again, but I'm not going to count those because it was given before I started giving the clues. So if you want to, you don't have to, or anything like that. If you want to guess again using those same guesses, you may do that, but they're not counting right now. And I just want to say that so that I make sure that I'm above board as far as, because I didn't know, I didn't want to, I would have started guessing too. I don't want to run into that, okay? So the first one that we're going to talk about today is is from 2011. So this is a 14-year-old game. This is a 14-year-old game, which is incredible to me. But then the second clue is going to be 2 of the mechanisms that are employed. And you can use your BGG foo or your Google foo or however you want to try to search it up on the interwebs to make those guesses. So we already said it's from 2011. That's your first clue. Second clue is going to be that there is a modular board and dice rolling. There's a modular board and there's dice rolling in the game. So go ahead and begin your guesses. So every time you do that, I wonder what people who don't know what about the Cheeto joke between us. I know, that's why I don't say anything, dude. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep people guessing sometimes. Yes, absolutely. Eric says it's Hamster Roll. No, Hamster Roll was not made in 2011. Brain Foo for us that are smart. Oh, look at you, Philip. Castles of Burgundy, no. Defenders of the Realm, no. TI4, there it is. Our token TI4 guess from Mr. Bushman. Thank you for doing that, but no, incorrect. Dungeon Fighter, no. Hamster Roll, Philip, no. Deadwood, Star Trek Fleet Captains, no. Dungeon Twister, no. Ghost Stories, no. Bam! Somebody got it. Takenoko. Mr. Tom, our moderator, got it, and I swear to you, there's no collusion. There's no me telling him what we're going to go over before, because frankly, I don't know what we're going to go over until about 10 to 15 minutes before the stream. I wait until then to pick something up. There is some times where I have to do a little bit of research, see when it actually came up, and that's where I usually try to stick to the 5 years or older. But Takenoko is going to be the first game that we go over today. I'm almost at 1,000 subs on my channel and going to start finally going to different cons. Awesome, dude. I hope to run into you and bring you a bag of Cheetos and see your eyes light up and go, it's you! Yeah, but I'm probably not going to eat those Cheetos because who knows where they've been. That would be disgusting. Yuck. No collusion? Yeah. Right, Eric? Right, see? Right. Oh, by the way, Eric, were you joking yesterday when you said that your package had not yet arrived? Because I've been looking, I looked last night, I looked this morning, I've been looking for the receipt that has your tracking number on it, and I can't find it, but I know I mailed it out because I put it and Tommy's together, packaged them both up at the same time, but I didn't have Tommy's address yet. But I did take yours to go get it sent. So if you were not joking and it has showed up, please tell me. If you were not joking, I will put a little bit more effort in trying to find that receipt because it might be in the car. I haven't looked in the car yet. But anyway, let me know. Tom is correct, Takenoko. And if I know Tom, Tom's going to probably want to give this away. I just realized something. Oh my heave. Not only did I forget Danny's medium t-shirt when I came, I forgot to bring you something because you won recently as well, and you said just bring it to me at Dice Tower West, and I said, yeah, okay, that's a good idea. And then, didn't do it. Getting old is bad, people. With the mind, it's horrible. I have to fix this because the bottom of the board is not correct with the box cover. All right, so we are talking about Takenoko, however. Let's see here. Suburbia, Hamster Roll 2, no collusion. Good call, smart man. Broken Beard should have said die roll. To be fair, Eclipse, also from 2011, and a modular board, has more die rolling. Yeah, well, you know, He's got new gifts for this stream. I do have new gifts for this stream. He does not like Eclipse, though. TI4 killed it. That is correct. No arrival, but I have EPA digging up yard for lead. I awake to backhoe boogie at 8 o'clock every morning. Wow. That sucks. Dang. Sorry about that, brother. All right. So, Takenoko. This is a game for 2 to 4 players, 45 minutes. It says, long, long ago, the Emperor of China, in a gesture of peace, offered the Emperor of Japan a giant panda. You have been appointed to the delicate task of caring for this politically important panda and tending to the Emperor's illustrious bamboo garden. You must cultivate plots of land using irrigation and intelligence so that bamboo, the only food that the panda will eat. We've seen Kung Fu Panda. We know that they don't just eat bamboo. So I'm just saying, there's a little bit of fault to the back of this box. Anyway, the only food that the panda will eat grows in abundance, but beware of the sacred animal's uncontrollable appetite for crunchy young sprouts. There you have it. That's what you're doing. So let's go ahead and get down to the table and take a look. Hope they didn't find those bodies, Eric. I know, right? Wow, that's... Who hasn't won? All right, first 2 things to go are your memory and something else. Now, I can't ever remember what that other thing is. They've been moved. Good, that's good to know. Good to know, Eric. All right, super duper. All right, so here we go. We're going to go down to the table and take a look at Takenoko and what is in the box. All right, so here we have, now they do have different size boxes. I think this might be like the first, one of the earlier editions. I don't know if it's a first edition or anything like that. But, oh, maybe I can check. Maybe they have that on the back. No, it doesn't. But it doesn't say that it's second or third print or whatever. So anyway, this is what it has. They do have different size boxes. I think the more recent one is a more square-ish size box instead of this more, you know, kind of pandemic size box. But anyway, this was originally put out by Bombix and Matago, and I like pandas, and I always liked pandas before Kung Fu Panda came out. But that's one of the reasons why I have this game, because it has a really cool panda on it. But here, anyway, you have your player boards, which you're going to be using for different things on places to keep different tokens and components and leftover bamboo stalks and so forth and so on. These are being, you know, all things considered, these are not bad, but they are definitely not, you know, like deluxe components, what you would probably hope they were, something more like today. But here are the player boards in the game. Here is the rule book, and it starts with this little cartoon here. So, Your Highness, what will we do with this monster? Thanks. Thank you so much, Your Majesty. What a wonderfully original present. It is a Chinese giant panda bear. He is peaceful, gentle, and strong, a humble ambassador of the Chinese people. I am sure you will take excellent care of him. This animal is as rare as the renowned white tea. Welcome. Oh, maybe I should have started down there. Anyway, you get it. It's just a little fun thing that they did on the front of the rule book. I just thought that was a cool thing. Give you that flavor of... so, here we go. This says, Takenoko means literally bamboo sprout. The 2 ideograms are combined in the common Japanese liaison kanji. Takenoko. Takenoko or Takenoko. Bamboo, child of or sprout. So bamboo child. Ooh, hey. I like bamboo child better. That's what they should have called this. Bamboo child. That would have been cool. Anyway, maybe not. All of your components are listed here. Elements of the game are here. You have setup, preparation right there. How to play the game is right here. And different objectives and how they score, improvements, and so forth. And then the end of game and individual board explains where everything is supposed to go. So you get that. It's pretty cool. You do have your starting tile, which is right there. I'm trying to get this. So you have your starting tile, which is right here. That basically goes into the middle of the board. And then you have a whole bunch of other tiles that, let me see if I can get them all out. Ooh, I got them all out. That have different kinds of things on them. And so basically the panda can't eat from there, but it has all kinds of different lands that represent the different places within the Imperial Garden. And the artwork is pretty cool. Not as good as it probably would be if they did a redo of it now. There seems to be a lot of popular artists. I mean, not popular, but talented artists out there in the board game space now. And not that this is bad. Please don't say that. Please don't think that. I'm not saying that this is bad artwork. I just think that it would be much improved by those that might be in the industry today. But you get the idea. This is where the modular board comes into it. And you also have these irrigation sticks that represent your irrigation canals on the board, and then you have 3 different types of bamboo shoots that you can have. So these blue sticks basically are representing different kinds of irrigation canals, and when you have the board set up, you're going to be able to put those sticks along certain edges of the board, and that's going to denote, you know, if you have a whole bunch of stuff here like so, it's going to denote what kind of, you know, if a tile is receiving a water inlet. So that's what these guys are for. Then you have these different bamboo shoots, and all of the different bamboo shoots are pretty cool because they stack on top of each other. So you can actually do stuff like, oh, come on. I'm trying to do it with too many of them in my hand. So there you go. You got to start with one of the big ones at the bottom. So you have, and these are going to show up on the yellow ones, and the pink ones will show up on the pink ones like that. And then, you know, the green ones will show up on the green ones like so. And these are all wood. These are wooden components, so it's really cool. I don't know if they're still wooden components. I think they are, but I haven't seen a new version of it in a while, so I don't know. But here's the die that you're going to be rolling, and the die is going to be connected to what kind of weather is happening in your part of the not in your part, but wherever the garden is, it's going to talk about what kind of weather is going to be happening. So you have to roll the die. So there is die rolling in it, and so of course it's not going to be a whole lot of stuff. But then you have objective cards that are in here that are going to be different kinds of patterns that you're looking for, building into the garden. And once you complete it, if you can flip that over, and that's going to be some points at the end of the game for you. There are other things that are, you know, if you can get a 6 high red bamboo shoot that is in a place where the panda cannot eat, then you're going to get 6 points at the end of the game, so forth and so on. So you have a whole bunch of different kinds of objective cards that are in here. So it's just a neat thing. And there are different kinds. There are 3 different kinds of whatchamacallit. There are 3 different kinds of objective cards. There are the red ones, blue ones, and there are also purple. And then I don't know what that is. I forgot. But you have all of these different things. So these are going to be panda specific. These are going to be like pattern specific, This is going to be more gardener specific, you know, growing things and so forth and so on. So I think it's pretty cool. I like it. And it's one of those games that just kind of stuck around because not really its theme. I don't really care much about the gardening thing, but the fact that it has a panda is one of the reasons why I kept it around. Oh, and why would I be remiss in doing this? Putting these back in like they should be, but I didn't show you the miniatures. Here's the gardener. Isn't he cool? There's a little gardener. I'm gonna put him up here so you can see him a little bit better. Yep, pretty good. Yeah, let's put it up. And then there's the star of the show, the panda. He's a huge panda. And so now there is like a deluxe, like a super deluxe version that has a panda that's like this big. I don't have that. I just have the retail version. But I have been able to see that, and it's pretty awesome. Pretty stinking awesome. All right, so that is basically it. These will basically just sit right here, just like that. And then all of these will go back into their formation. I'll keep the starting tile on top as I normally do. But we will set those right down in there. Plop. Just like that. And then this guy goes on top just like that. That's where I like to keep it. And then that just sits on top there. Now, one of the things that publishers, oh, look at there, there's a irrigation thing in there. But one of the things that publishers used to do is that when you punch out, they still do it actually. When you punch out the components, all of these tiles and so forth, you're supposed to take those empty punch boards and put them in the bottom of the box, and that will make the lid come up so that you don't have any, much of a gap in there. Well, I didn't do that. So there is a bit of a gap in there, and that's why things were kind of sliding around a bit. But the components and the storage solution for this box is actually really good, especially for as early of a publication as it is. But that is Takenoko. A really fun game. Bink. All right, let's see here. Look like finger bones. Yeah, they do, a little bit. Sometimes the older artwork is better. I'm looking at you, Libertalia. Yeah, I can see that. That's why I store my games horizontally. I know. I think playing the giant board would be fun. Yes. Me, likey stickers, holds up. Let's see. A panda's daily diet consists almost entirely of the leaves, stems, and shoots of various bamboo species. I know, but it says almost entirely. We all know that pandas love, man, I can't remember what they're called now. The sticky buns, the bao. They love bao. But they do branch out, with about 1% of their diet comprising other plants and even meat. While they are almost entirely vegetarian, pandas will sometimes hunt for pikas and other small rodents. Cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. You're actually like, I had to double check and make sure you weren't Vanessa there for a minute, because she's always hitting us up with facts like that. And Kabuki Kid would do that all the time as well. I miss Kabuki Kid. Where is she? She must be really busy, because she usually stops by every once in a while. She must be really busy with work. At least we'll hope that. I hope nothing bad's happened to her. Haven't played Takenoko in a hot minute. I need to get it out again. See, that's one of the reasons why I do this, because it brings things back to memory. Opening it up, seeing it, remembering how much you enjoy it, that wants you to get it to the table again. That's one of the reasons why I do this. We get so focused on the new stuff that's coming out, or the Kickstarter that's going to be delivered tomorrow, or blah, 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 and we forget about all these good games that we have on our shelves. That's one of the reasons why I like to do this. So yeah, crapola. Gotta put this back in there. But yes, that is exactly the reason why I like to do these, is because it just puts it back into the forefront of your mind. When you take something out and you look at it, you're like, wow, I used to love this game. And so it makes you want to play it some more. Very, very much so. People love the panda. Yes, they do. Odonata Creations, as will I. I will take your prize, TM, if no one new speaks up, as will I. If I may. There we go. Tom did it. Odonata. Yeah! Send Sam an email. Okay, Odonata Creations. I'm going to put my email into the chat so that you can have it and write it down. flipsideobg@gmail.com. Send me an email, Odonata Creations, and let me know where you live so I can send you something special. Basically, it's going to be a couple of stickers and something board game related. It could be an expansion to a game that you don't own, at which point I will say I'm sorry, but maybe that'll give you the impetus to go out and purchase that game. Or it could be just some kind of accessory that could be used with board games. Or it could be a board game or a card game itself. There are endless possibilities. And I'm sure Eric will tell you that they're all bad. But they aren't. He's just an old fart, grumpy man. People that watch this for the first time, they must think we are monsters. Because Eric and I like to give each other crap all the time. And that's just the way it is. It's okay. It's okay to razz people every once in a while. Eric goes over the top sometimes. I'm just saying. Let's see here. It's fun enough. Also, no die rolling, though. More action selection. Oh, wait. Somebody must have been saying something else. Haven't played Takenoko. Never played it. Don't want to. Fine, Eric. Didn't want you to play it with me anyway. I've never played, but I have seen pictures. The Table Princess is amazing. It is absolutely. It's fun enough. Almost no die rolling, though. Stop it. There is some die rolling in it. That's one of the reasons why I made it a part of the clue, is because I was trying to throw you people off. Just too smart, though. Wait a minute, Tom won. Can't say they were too smart. Well, I'm a little spicy this morning. What is in this, anyway? So good. There is also a Chibi expansion with Panda Children. Interesting. I didn't know that. Doug said, just missed the coverage of one of our favorite games. We love Takenoko. See? Doug knows what's up. Thank you so much. You are welcome, Odonata Creations. And thank you, Tom, for picking them. It's really cool. Dumplings. Yeah, dumplings. There you go. See? Don't do it. He'll just forward his junk mail. I don't do that. Like, who needs to put aluminum siding on their foundations of Rome? Well, that might be interesting. There is a yellow bamboo shoot by the side of your table right in front of you. I know, I got it. Bing, 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 bing. Can you sign it? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. And you are welcome. Very awesome. All right, super duper. So that is Takenoko. The next one that we're going to be talking about today hails from the year 2000, a full 25 years old. This is as old as one of my kids and just 1 year younger than my other oldest child. But it is older than all of the other four. So there's that. It comes from the year 2000. There is only 2 mechanisms. So we'll just say both of them. It is a team-based game, and it has stacking and balancing in it. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 40 minutes, and it is a scorchingly high complexity rating of 1.07. So I gave you a whole bunch of clues there. Sign it, devalue that gift. I know, right? Hera and Zeus. Nope. Don't make me feel old. I'm not, Miles. I'm not making you feel old. That's just you. The banana game. I don't know that that's actually a game. Oh, wow. Philip's going to hate me for this because I didn't count it when he guessed it the first time. And then Luke rolls up and says hamster roll, which is exactly what it is. What year? 2000. Yep. Luke got it. Luke definitely got it. And again, Philip, fair play, bro. I said you can feel free to do it again, to guess it again, but you didn't do it, man. No! Hamster TI4. Somebody will do that eventually, I would imagine, to make anthropomorphic aliens and make them out and make a TI4 game with it. Didn't realize it was that old. Yes, it is that old. We just played the banana game at Dice Tower West. We talked about that yesterday when you were still traveling back home, Tom. But that's probably why Eric was trying to guess the banana game. The banana game, however, is not that old. Let me see. Yeah, the banana game, it's called Tasso Banana, is only 3 years old. So that is not there. Not good, not old enough to be covered on It Belongs in a Museum. All right, so hamster roll basically looks exactly the way it looks right there. It says take turns to add your pieces to the hamster wheel. How far can you push your skills before the wheel rolls and pieces tumble out? Careful. Any pieces you let fall from the wheel are now yours. The first one to place all their pieces is the winner. And as you can see, there is a very well staged picture there on the back of the box, but that gives you an idea of what you're looking at. But let's go ahead and get down to the table and take a look-see. So we'll go down here, and this is definitely a republication, or not really a republication. 25th Century is distributing this for Zoc here in the States, and there hasn't been a whole lot of changes to it, and that I'm aware of at least. Now, quality will probably have risen quite a bit as far as the quality of pieces that are used and so forth. But that's not necessarily so. And I say all of this because I don't know exactly what the original product was like because it was so long ago that I've played it. But this is a pretty fun game. We actually did pull this out at a recent game night, and it got played multiple times. People were really enjoying it. And Karen and Ken, I've talked to them. I've talked about them before. They're a couple of, they're an older couple. They're grandparents. That come to our events to try to find new games that they can play with their grandchildren. And so I was talking to her the other day as we were walking into church, and she said that she bought this. She actually called it the hamster game. And so she actually bought this because they were about to go down and visit their grandkids, and she was going to take that with them. So that's a pretty cool thing. That's a pretty cool thing. But hamster roll is what we got going on here. So I've kept the components box, and of course this is not a state-of-the-art storage solution, but as you can see, the wheel, here are the rules. Not a lot of rules involved here at all. So there you have it. And this is the wheel. So what you're basically going to do is you're going to start this out on the table, like so. And you do need a little bit of a flat surface. You do need a flat surface, as apparently we don't have here on the flip side. There you can stop rolling anytime. Oh, there it goes. There it finally settled. There we go. So you're going to put this on the starting position, all right? And then everybody is going to get one of each of these pieces. So you're going to get, and I believe it goes up to, I don't know if it's 6 or 8. Orange, it needs orange, and it's already got a red over there. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 7 pieces. So everybody gets one of these to start with. And then you have to basically put, when it's your turn, you're going to put your thing, one of your pieces in the wheel going from left to right. You have to determine which way the wheel is rolling. So right now it's rolling that way, so we have to go this way when we're putting our things in there. Now, the next person can put it here if they want to, but if they do, it has to reach closer to this than the last piece did. So if I want to do something like that, I can absolutely do that because it reaches further than the red piece does. All right. So I also have the opportunity of placing here where the last piece was placed, or the next one up. So maybe I want to do something like that. All right. And as you can see, you keep adding more weight as this thing goes through. Crap. As this thing goes through, eventually it's going to start rolling, right? So if we keep adding pieces to it, one of the things that I want to double check before I continue doing this is, yeah, you can. All right, cool. So I could also do something like maybe this, where I can just put this right here like that, so that it's closer to the next black segment than this gray piece was, and so forth and so on. So now, if I want to, again, on my turn, if I want to put something else in there, I could, but my goodness, I could go maybe like this, boom. And so it could continue going, right? And so now this person is probably not able to do anything, so maybe they want to put one of their huge pieces in there, like so. And it continues rolling. So eventually, these are going to come up and they might start tipping. And so if you place in there and it rolls and things fall out, you have to take those, and you're just trying to get rid of the, you're trying to get rid of the most, you're trying to get rid of all of your pieces before somebody else does. That's basically it. But that's Hamster Roll. It's a really cool dexterity game. And it has, it's really kind of a sturdy, quality wooden product. It's probably not that expensive to make, but it's really nice, and it has that feel of quality, I guess you could say. I'm finding it hard to find the right words, but hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. It's just that, all of these pieces, it just has the feel of quality to it, even though we are just talking about it's just a bunch of wooden pieces, you know what I mean? But it is nice. It is nice indeed. So to put it back away, this fits right back in here like that, and this goes in here like that. This probably goes in there on the bottom, and then you can put that back right on top, and you are good to go. So that is Hamster Roll. All right, so I think what we need to do, all right, Luke's already on it. Who here hasn't won? I thought TI4 was a lion. The hamster head must be on the older edition. Yeah, TI1. Yeah, something like that. Looks like a picture from the 2000 game. Does it? I don't know. That seems like it's pretty... I mean, I guess maybe. I think I recognize the guy right here. I think I recognize him. I don't know who he is, though, but he looks familiar to me. But, yeah. I don't think it's that old. No. I think that's a newer picture than 2000. I could be wrong, though. It's a square, defective. Does it still roll? Bought Hamster Roll as Ding and Dent the other day, too. Ah, cool. Sweet. Box had a scruffed corner. Everything inside was still perfect. That's what I'm talking about, man. Ding and dent is the way to go. More often than not. You do have times where it's like you get ding and dents and things have fallen out because the hole in the box is so big. But more often than not, ding and dent sales are the bomb to get steal prices on games. It needs a hamster mini. Learn from Takenoko, people. I know, right? I think, see, that's what I might do that now that you've said it. I'm going to try to find a hamster mini that replaces this, the little cone starting thing. Only problem is I don't want to throw it off, so I want to make sure it's about the same weight, but that's probably going to happen. That's a good idea. You might have to wait for the Awakened Realms edition. That might needs a Lord of the Rings edition. Yeah, that would be cool. There was a Lord of the Rings prototype, but somebody threw it into Mount Doom. Yeah, that's cool. Yes, I will switch cameras. I know. Gotcha. Just a second. I've got to text somebody. All right, so Luke, did we find somebody else to be the winner today? I'll put my email again in the chat so that the new winner, whomever you might choose, will know where to send that email. Yeah, like the same weight matters in those professional hamster roll tournaments. Well, I would imagine that the weight of that cone could throw off how these things are put in there, which means that if you get something that's too heavy, it won't roll properly. So I'm not getting into any hamster roll tournaments. And I know you're being tongue-in-cheek, but I think there is a little bit of a method to that madness. Let's see. Anybody accepting that gift? Anyone at all? All right. Well, that's about that. So we went over Hamster Roll, which is going to be getting a review from the right here on the Flipside here pretty soon. And then you also have Takenoko. Both great games. Both games that definitely different kinds of games, right? You're basically doing some action selection in this one. It's very much more of a aesthetic game. This is just a dexterity game that you can play. But they both are good at what they do. Let's put it that way. You are welcome, Odonata Creations. Very welcome. Just make sure you send me your address so I can get that surprise on out to you. I've won enough already. Please speak up if you haven't won since the new house. Since the new house. All right, will do. So somebody speak up. Somebody. I'll take it since I guessed Hamster Roll first. Well, there is some truth to that. He definitely did. So, Luke, if you want to give it to Philip, that is absolutely cool. But if not, pick somebody else. But it's completely up to you. Completely up to you guys. You guys work all that out. I don't care who I send it to. I just need to know to whom I am sending it. So, yeah. Let's just hear back from Luke before we do that. Yeah, let Philip have it, Micah says. That's a good idea. I like that. but we'll hear from Luke first. I don't know if there's some kind of rivalry going on between Philip and Luke, so I want to make sure that I'm not supporting one side of that rivalry more than the other. We're an equal opportunity. YouTube channel. It's yours, Philip. There you have it. All right, Philip, send me another. Send me an email at flipside@gmail.com just to give me that tickler that I have a couple of packages to send out. That'll be good. All right. Well, we are just about in an hour, and I told you that's how things go here. We go for about an hour, and then we're done. So I got to get back to You Are Welcome, Philip, and I know Luke feels the same way. I got to get back to work because I do have some. I got to record a review for the Dice Tower, and I've got to get on editing JT and my bottom 5 and top 5 for this week. So that's going to be happening pretty soon too. So have you ever seen us in the same room? Just saying. Shh, I'm not saying that I have. But it is entirely possible that it's two people with the same account. Or I'm sorry, it's the same person with two different accounts. That would be nefarious. But, okay, I don't think that's going on. Because I have met one of you. And you don't act like a Philip, Luke. All right, anyway, thank goodness. Any more than an hour causes a headache. Well, there you go. Go take your Midol, Eric, and we'll get out of here. Just got here. Can't wait to guess games. Alexander, you're done. We're finished, my friend. Sorry. We are done. So, not today, but next week, and you'll please guess away. But it'll have to be next week, Alexander. All right. Have an amazing day, everyone. Top, bottom 5 are my faves. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We're out of here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.